lost thoughts lead you astray. Then I cry, then I feel pain. Why do I suffer so much? I would love to feel your touch. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you. Save me before I pass out. Save me before I pass out. Before I pass out.
Hello everyone who's in chat right now. We are here. We're just waiting to start it. As Miniko said, I'll show the chat here in a bit. Whenever we join into the lobby, so y'all can see the tier coordinator Miniko saying that it's not our fault that we're early. It's their fault that they're late. So nah, we're just waiting for the session to get started. We'll be with you guys shortly. All right, as session is going to start here shortly, let's go ahead and get in here. So, this is going to be the first and last race of F2 for this season that I've been doing. Actually, no, I already did one. Never mind. We're at Silverstone. I'm a little tired. My apologies, everyone. It's the 3.6 mile circuit, 18 turns. First one that was ever raced on for Formula One. Very good history we have here, and very good history me and our co-commentator have. Me and Dutchy. How's it going, Dutchy?
I'm doing very good. How about yourself?
I'm doing very well on this Friday evening. Are you ready to get some F2 action in? Is the big question.
Yes, yes, I am. I'm a little bit disappointed that Bob's couldn't make it because basically means we won't have a title fight now, but still looking forward to see some great action.
Yeah, 100%. As Miniko said, not a good week. For attendance, no, not at all. If you guys know from in the Discord, we have our realistic tier, and that didn't run either because of low attendance. Um, but we're gonna move on. We don't have low attendance here. We have just about 10 people. So let's see what's going on track. Currently, we're still waiting for people to get in. But who should we watch? Should we watch Mr. Miniko today again? See what's going on with him.
Well, we've watched so much of him this season on qualifying as well, so I'd say we pick someone different. Maybe we go with Homer this time. See
Yeah,
how he does.
let's see what Homer does. Forget what team he's on, but we'll see it shortly. Hello Chaos, welcome to the stream. You've been in a lot of streams actually. Just realize that. Let's go to Homer, and he is the Invicta Alpine car. Having a little bit of sloppy turn one, it looks like. These F2 cars do not want to turn. They're no surprise that he's already having some troubles as Lane Sharky has already DNF'd or retired, whichever.
Yeah, he might have invalidated and just chose to retire.
Not even a bad shout. Why even complete the lap at that point? As
Exactly.
looks like City of R and Minico are swapping positions for that lead. Winfro has retired. That is two free positions for whoever finishes their lap and does not invalidate. I've actually not seen F2 cars go around here, so let's see how Homer does it. Goes down a gear, a little bit of brake, pretty smooth through there. Not too much going on that steering wheel.
He actually looks like to keep it quite planted here through maggots and baggots.
Yeah.
Doesn't look all too bad. Opens the DRS up into fifth gear and then into sixth, which is the highest gear in these cars.
Oh, getting a little
Oh, a little.
on the grass. I don't think that's intentional, but it works. He made it through the corner. Coming into the last chicane now. Minico's going to be looking to steal pole from City of R and then from Nikki G, as it looks like that is going to be the order there. Vince going P4, Edge P5, Homer taking P6, and Animal having messed up his last lap, I mean, at the last corner, has gone to 7th. And then the 2 DNFs. 3
Yeah,
DNFs?
it looked like Minico was really strong in that final sector because they were toe to toe going coming out of sector 2. And Minico basically just gained 5 tenths in the last sector, it looked like.
The top 3 are within the same second, and then it's uh 1.6, 2.2, 3.7, and 9 seconds for Animal's bad lap. That's going to be Minico starting on pole, City of R starting beside him. Nikki G is going to be in the other dams card of City of R, but he's going to be behind Minico, so they're locking out the Van Amersfoort racing car.
Van
Vince
Amersfoort.
Van Amersfoort? I
Yes.
don't I don't know how to word it. It's late. Vince goes in P4, Edge P5, Homer P6, Animal P7 in his Prima. And the last three who did not qualify, it looked like Cartman actually got DSQ'd for invalidating and still finishing his race, his lap. He's going to be looking to make up some positions there. Honestly, that's how I kind of thought the grid was going to go. Edge in the midfield, as always.
Yeah, Minico up front, as always.
City of R right behind. Well, Edge is really quick in the race. He's not very quick at time trial or at quali, but I always see him improve by like 2 positions as soon as it starts. So let's hope I either curse him or he gets a really good start here. I don't mind either.
Both is gonna bring a lot of entertainment. So.
Yeah, exactly. I don't mind either. We're gonna see some action
Yeah,
either way.
exactly.
Yeah, let's just see how this goes. One question: do you think anyone other than City of R, with like some strategy calls, will get in front of Minico enough to make a challenge to him? Because he's already running away with this title. Is he gonna just take this as a let's have some fun battling it out, or is he gonna just dominate this race as he has a couple of times?
Well, I don't think anybody's gonna get close, but Minico, you did go against yourself because you said you would be doing a last to first if Babs wasn't here.
Yeah, well, he's gonna be going off. 5 red lights went out, and away they go. As I said, Edge has already made up a position on the start. Homer as well, both on Vince. It looks like they had a really rough start. A couple people going wide. There's a Red Bull car spun around on track, and one spun around a little bit before that. It looks to be Cartman and Gwenfro as the top 2 stay as they are. Edge is already up into P3 in his Dom's car. Trust me, I don't know these teams enough to like point them out like that. I kind of just know Dom's, VAR, and Primo.
The 3 main ones, basically.
Yeah, the literal 3 main title contenders every year. Is actually we had a Homer and Landsharky going side by side at the hairpin corner. I think that's turn 7.
I believe so as well. They're still going side by side here. So we head down to Cubs. One of them is gonna have to back out, and in the end, it's gonna be Homer. But he's still really close behind Landsharky here.
Yeah.
Just gonna have to try and stay behind, get a good exit out of Maggots and Baggots, and hope for a good run down into onto the Hanger Straight.
Only
if I'm correct.
Yes, this no, I think the Hanger Straight is the straight before Cops. I don't know. I thought this was the Lewis Hamilton straight. Regardless of that, I was just about to say there's 2 people that started on soft tires and they both lost positions. Animal and Cartman. Cartman is now making up positions from last, and Animal hasn't made up any positions. So they're going to be hoping to get up there as Homer has lost out a lot of time to Landshark. He's already a second behind as the grid just opens up the gaps to each other than Animal and Cartman, who are on the softer tires.
Yeah, and the biggest gainer out of lap 1 is actually also Landsharky, who gained 4 positions during that opening lap. And the biggest loser is Vince, who's lost 4 after that little spin he had.
Looks like, yeah, they traded positions. Landsharky's about to go into 4th, and Vince started 4th. So they're just about to trade positions here. Landsharky looks to be closing in on Nicky G. He's having a wonderful time on those hards. Someone who's not having a wonderful time on those hards is Vince. Vince is losing out. He's already 5 seconds behind the next car, and the car behind him is on his tail. Is he going to make a move down in the Cops? No, he's not. He's going to wait until afterwards. Maggots and Beckett's is coming up. I think Vince is going to give him a push here. Yeah, Cartman pulls out. Very smart of him. Cartman is definitely the faster
Now,
car here.
as he looks to get a great run out of Megas and Beggars, looks to have done so, but maybe he's just running a higher downforce setup because he's not really gaining any as much as he pulls out of the slipstream, but gets down the inside really well, and that's P8 for him.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, very nice move into what is that corner called? Stowe? Pretty sure.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, Vince not having a good time. He had a big moment at the exit of the last corner. Same with Gwenfro. Is there some oil on track? Both people spun there. Vince and Gwenfro have had a mare of a start to their third lap. They have both spun it. Are safety cars that prominent in these F2 races? I haven't seen them affected too much.
Yeah, we haven't really had that much safety cars this season here at F2. Everyone's been quite clean for the most part.
Yeah.
So I mean that's something to applaud these drivers on. They've been able to race closely but very cleanly.
Yep. As not trying to say that this is a one-off race, but it looks like a one-off race as everyone is just gapping each other. Other than actually Nicky G, who we're riding along with now, he's catching up to Edge. Edge looks to have lost his momentum that he was carrying there at the start. Now DRS is open for Nicky G. He's going to be gaining down the entire, I want to say Lewis Hamilton straight. Safety cars for everyone. That's fair. The gas is only limited. Nicky D's really close to Edge here.
As Miniko, that's another fastest lap of a 1:44.4.
6/10 faster than his previous lap 2. Or, yeah, it would have been his lap 2. Looks like Cartman is trying to go up the inside of Animal here.
I don't know what Vince is doing, because he's going half throttle down the straight.
I think he may be coming into the pits. Yeah. He is coming into the pits. 5-second speeding penalty. He might have a problem.
Might have a throttle issue by the looks of it.
And he has retired the car and left the session. Don't blame him. He was pretty far back. Not unfortunate to see, obviously, but understandable. As I'm actually just going to keep watching the fight between Homer and Cartman. Animal's not too far. If he can clean up those mistakes he just had, he'll definitely be in this fight for 6th position, as I think this is the closest fight of the race so far. Homer going a little wide at Cops. Cartman getting a decent run, but with no real DRS in that corners, other than a little bit of slipstream, no real move can be made. This Cartman is so much faster at the exit of the corner. He had a lift, and that lost him a little
He
bit
had to
of time.
back out so much of the throttle there. As he tries to go around the outside, that just
Would have been brave.
no real place for him. But on the exit, again, he just gets the drive. He probably is going to try and dive it down the inside. Nope, he just has to stick behind for another couple of corners. Can he get a great run out of this corner and maybe throw it up the inside of one? Well, it looks like that's what he might be about to do. It's not going to go the inside, it's going to have to be the outside. And
What a move.
ooh, that is getting very close, but what a move from Cartman there. That was very brave.
Yeah, around the outside of turn 1, getting it done by 2. Very brave stuff from Cartman, moving him up to P6.
As Lance Sharkey might be going up the inside of Nicky G. Oh no, just has to stick behind.
Nearly 2 Red Bulls colliding here at Silverstone. Let's not hope we see this in the F1 race either. So it looks like Lance Sharkey has so much better traction from Nicky G. He's probably going to be looking for a move here shortly. Does
Yeah, probably at the end of the Lewis Hamilton straight.
Yeah, definitely not going to be on the inside of Cops there. We already know what happened to the other Red Bull when he tried that. Um, as we're
Yeah, but that one Red Bull had a Mercedes up his inside, so
gonna, they aren't on the same team. They are only liveried by the same team.
that is a fair point. That is a fair point.
No, no move with the straight line speed advantage of the DRS. He's still sticking close, but Nicky G's actually still on the back of Edge, so he's getting DRS from him as Cartman gets a 3-second penalty already. He is pushing to catch up to this pack of Lance Sharkey, Nicky G, and Cartman. He's already gained 2 seconds in 3 corners as Animal comes into the pits. Is he going to be changing those soft tires over to some hards? I think so.
I would imagine so as well. And as you pointed out, Cartman has already gapped Homer by 3 seconds after overtaking him, what, like 30 seconds ago? Something like that?
Not even. It, like, yeah, it was on the outside of turn 1. We checked on him at just about a minute later whenever he got to Maggots and Beckett, so just over 30 seconds, and he gained 3.5. And he is gaining on the cars in front. He's already cut down the gap from 6 seconds to 4.1.
Yeah, and it is a tasty little battle which he's getting himself into as Nicky G has left the session.
I think he has had an issue with his computer. He had an issue joining, and his AI is going to be pushing Land Sharky. Oh, a little bit.
Oh, that's so close.
A little bit of wheel bang, I think. Maybe not. They got through it. Land Sharky has passed Nicky G for 4th position. I feel like Nicky G is under AI.
Yeah, I will see if I have added. I don't believe I do. No, I don't. So if you want to get back in the race, you're either gonna have to ask somebody who's in the race or add me on EA.
Sorry about that. All good. All right. Let's see.
As due to that little incident with Nicky G having some technical issues, Land Sharky has fallen off the back of Edge a little bit.
Let me go ahead and invite Nicky G. I think I have him added. Yeah, there you go.
Well, and due to that little bit of misfortune, Nicky G has lost 2 places. He's now down to 6th as Cartman gets by him as well. And Land Sharky is trying to catch up to Edge, but almost loses it. Gets a 3-second time penalty for just going over the track limits.
Yeah, these guys are pushing to catch up. Land Sharky is still within a second of Edge, just barely. Edge is pulling out of Land Sharky's DRS. He's just gonna be hoping to get a clean Maggots and Beckett's here, so he doesn't get DRS down that Lewis Hamilton straight. Is he gonna have it? He's just outside, but he doesn't get out of it. He stays within. I don't know how much longer Land Sharky's gonna be able to keep within that, because Edge is kind of pulling away here if Land Sharky keeps his pace up.
Yeah, Edge has some real strong pace at the moment. It looked like he fell off after the first couple of laps, but I guess he was just saving his tires to be able to utilize it later in the race. And he's decided now is the perfect time to use his tires and gain a little bit of time on Land Sharky.
Yep, 100%. Looks like they're just getting further and further from the front too. Minico's already pulled out. I know we haven't mentioned them, but Minico and City of R are in their own league. Minico's pulled out 5 seconds, nearly 6 from City of R, and that is 9 seconds from Edge. They haven't been battling too hard, at least for third, but it's still pretty impressive that they're pulling that far. Edge,
As we
obviously.
have a spinner as in Gwenfro on the start-finish straight, but he's able to go on his merry way in P8.
Landshark is trying to look up the inside of Edge
Oh,
here.
Cartman left the session.
Oh, the other
I
Tams
don't know what
Motorsport.
happened to Cartman.
I don't think that's Dams. I don't know what I was talking about.
Landsharky is right on the back of Edge here. Is this gonna be a change for a podium place?
I think
Looks
it
like
is.
it is. He goes down the inside, and that's actually a pretty easy move in the end.
Cartman looks like Chaos said. Cartman
Ooh.
lost connection to EA servers. Unfortunate for him as Nikki G loses another place to Homer. Homer getting back into P6. Cartman moving down to P5. Edge moving down to P4. The two teammates are going to be definitely working together, I think, here. They're friends IRL in real life. So I do think
I
that they'll
mean,
be, well, if Cartman can catch up.
yeah, that is if Cartman gets back into the session.
Yeah, that too. Doesn't look like he's losing too much time.
Yeah, I was about to say the main thing for Edge is trying to stay in the DRS of Landsharky right now.
Yeah.
Just get his grips together after being overtaken, and now try and find the weaknesses of Landsharky, where he is slower, where he's faster, and just try to get a good run on him down to one of the straights, or maybe even get in a position where you could overtake in a non-overtaking corner.
Yeah. He has to be hoping for just sticking with them, and this will all play out during the strategy. Who will come in first? Who will try the undercut? Is the overcut going to work here? Cartman has rejoined the session. Only lost about a second and a half, I would say, to Edge, but definitely second and a half that he's going to have to be pulling back, and his tires are not going to be liking that. He did start on the soft, so he's probably going to be pitting here in the next couple of laps for the hard tires. And we'll see how that strategy plays out. How much of an undercut can he pick up? Again, I want to mention that the front two are absolutely running away. Landsharky already 11 seconds back from City of R. City of R 7.5 from Minico, which, if you really want to calculate it, is about half a second, just about 7.5 per lap. 7/10 of a second faster from the next car is Minico. He's on his own.
Yeah, he is literally Max Verstappen this F2 field this season. As Edge has fallen out of the DRS. So he's gonna have to push a little bit to get back in it.
He's still getting a little bit of a distant slipstream, so, and maybe even like lower aerodynamics, lower downforce. That may be helping him. As actually you can see on the straights, he has so much more straight line speed. He's gaining on the straights, losing a little bit on the corners.
Yeah, what's also interesting to me is after the straight in sector 1, into sector 2.
City of R's left the session.
Oh, that could throw a spanner into the works.
He's got 11 seconds of leeway, of breathing room, but definitely we're getting a lot of drivers disconnecting. Let me see. Do you have City of R added?
I don't believe I do.
Let me see if I do have him added. Just send him an invite. Man, that's gonna be a tough fight back if City of R gets overtaken by Landsharky. He is faster, but yeah, EA is having a lot of problems.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot to fight back if he gets overtaken by Landsharky, but he's got enough cushion to not really be too worried. As I say that, he is losing about a second a sector.
Yeah, his DAI are not really fast around here. Just to come back on my earlier point, as we're now on the actual part of the circuit, coming into this corner, Lansjaki takes a little bit of a wider line through this corner, while Edge tries to keep it more tight.
Yeah, very big
And
difference.
it's just quite interesting to see the difference of lines, and also into the corner after it, you can just see Lansjaki going wide, taking more speed into the corner, and Edge just scrubbing off that speed, but trying to minimize the distance that he's taking.
We have a car off. It's gonna be Animal.
Looks like Animal, yeah.
He's nearly being lapped by Minico. It has not been a good race for neither Animal or Gwenpro. I think they may just be driving to hope for a safety car, because I don't even know how far these guys are. What, like 50, 60 seconds from the next car from Nikki G? That is pretty nuts. I'll send you an invite, City. There you go. You have about 5 seconds leeway, so your advantage has been cut in just over half.
There we go, he's back in.
Yep.
And Cartman is actually still on the soft tires, the only driver on the soft tires in the field at the moment. And he's setting about, his lap times are about 8/10 slower than his best. So the tires have definitely seen better days.
Yeah.
But he's still able to keep up the pace relatively decent.
So what I said before the race had started, I said, is Minico gonna run away with it, or is he gonna just fight it out, see if he can make an interesting last race? He's answered by just going, yeah, I'm gonna Max Verstappen win by 25 seconds.
Yeah, and again, I'm a little bit disappointed in Minico because he had said last week that if Bobs wasn't here, he was going to do a last to first challenge, and he hasn't.
Yeah.
So I will definitely be asking him questions about that when he gets into the interview room.
I think to make up for it, if Minico you're watching, you should do an extra pit stop. I think that should be fair, since you've already almost got a 20-second gap. Make it a little interesting. Do a 2-stop.
Yeah, I'm on board with him now, and oh my god, he's sliding the car through every single corner.
Yeah.
It's amazing to watch, because it looks like he's about to lose the car and then he just regains control.
So literally how real F2, okay. Just how F2 looks in general. I don't know if you're a big fan of the real life F2, but F2 looks absolutely mental on boards, especially at such a fast track like Silverstone, where the corners just drag the tires through the mud.
I mean, if you like watching F2, you're gonna love watching F3, because F3 is literally open lobbies in real life.
Everyone
It's
just gets
amazing.
a penalty. it's so much fun.
People get penalties, people are battling wheel to wheel, banging wheels. I was
F3 's
watching
great.
a F3 race from Australia, and some guy literally just planted it through the final corner, drove straight into the wall with no hesitation whatsoever. It's the funniest shit I've ever seen.
I cannot do. I can't even imagine planting my foot into a throttle and not purposely going into a wall, obviously, but like
just planting it and seeing what happens. That's literally what the guy did, and it didn't really pay off for
I was
him.
just testing the limits of the car. Yeah, how about you don't test the limits on a street track? No, I think F3 is very, very much one of those things where you have to watch and then re-watch it to know what happened, because it's just so much going on at the same time. I think the race that I remember most is Austria this year, 2023. Absolutely nuts race, sprint race, and then the feature were both just crazy. Yeah, that is some content, to say the least.
one of my favorite things to do as well is just start at the start of the season, pick a driver who you like in terms of personality or just driving style or whatever, or maybe you just like his name.
Yeah.
See how he does through the season, and maybe even in the next ranks, and possibly even into F1.
Yeah, exactly. Like you just follow a driver, and if they're kind of good, if they're doing decent, they got a little bit of backing with them, then you'll see them climb the ranks into F2 and then even F1. I actually watched Oscar Piastri in his F3 and then F2 and then F1 debut. Such a talented guy in F3 and F2. He just wheels these cars like it's nothing. I say those because the older cars are a little different, but like still impressive to watch anyone do that.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it in his rookie season in F1 this season.
Yeah,
Like he's been on pace with Lando, if not better.
exactly. And Lando is undoubtedly one of the fastest drivers on this grid. Like I would say at least top 8 cuz you've got a lot of world champions in the grid still. I know we're not on F2, but there's not much happening. We got Max Verstappen, undoubtedly the best driver in the field right now. Consistency, pace, driving adaptability. He's got it all.
Yeah,
Lewis
he's been a
Hamilton,
robot this season.
yeah, literally impossible to beat. Lewis Hamilton, I would say, is second best. Um, he has not had the car under him, understandable, but he's still a great wheel. George Russell, I would say, is about third or fourth, pretty tied with, I would say, Oscar Piastri. Oscar Piastri has been on a different level. I would say he's not top 2 because Lewis Hamilton is the 7-time world champion for a reason. Should be an 8-time world champion, but controversy happens. Um, Actually, no. Third would go to Fernando Alonso, and then fourth, fifth would be George Russell, Lando Norris, and Oscar Piastri.
I was about to say I disagree with you because
Hmm.
Nando, but you pulled it back.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that I didn't include Fernando Alonso in the top 3. Wild. Nah.
Yeah, one driver I'm definitely going to watch in F2 next season is Bartonelli, I think is his name. He's the current F3 champion, and he's just been bossing the field last season. So I'm quite excited to see what he can do next season.
I'm not saying that the current F2 grid has no real talent because obviously they have talent. I'm just saying that we're not seeing my internet died. Everything went down. Rip. It's not ideal, pops. Um what I'm trying to say is F2 doesn't have an Oscar Piastri, Charles Leclerc, a really really above the
Yeah,
field like driver. As actually we have a pass on track. Hartman goes side by side with Nicky G on the exit of Maggots and Beckett's, and he got that move done. Now pulling away with some juicy DRS, getting that 6th position locked in. Lane Sharkey coming into the pits, Edge coming into the pits. They're going on to the soft tires.
Minako's also gone into the pits. He's also on the soft tires now. So technically, we have had a change of lead this race.
Yes, we have had a change of lead. And honestly, if City of Art stays out for another like 4 laps, we might have another change of lead on track.
Yeah.
As we have our leader, City of Art, passing Animal. He's lapped. He's 40 seconds behind the next car. Weirdly enough, Wenfro was catching up until he came into the pits. He was about 30 seconds back from Nicky G. Now he's 22. Yeah. Wasn't
Well,
going
he caught
for
about 8
no.
seconds in like 5 laps or something.
Yeah,
He
he's
caught. Yeah, he was really quick.
as
Gonna be even quicker on those softs.
yeah. I was about to say, softs are cooking right now. They've already gained Minico 2 seconds as City of Our stays out for another lap. Minico's gonna get a fat undercut.
Yeah, I think he wants the on-track battle though.
Yeah, exactly. As I'm actually just reading through chat, Bob's internet died, and he said he wasn't gonna challenge for the window. What are you on about? Because I think you would have challenged for the win here. It would have been pretty nice to see you fight your teammate. For MRL F2 or IRL F2. I don't know. Homer comes into the pits. City of Art is losing a lot of time on those old hards. Not gonna lie to you, but he's still gonna come out in front of Landsharky 100%. I don't think that's even a question.
Yeah, and now it's up to Edge to catch Landsharky on his warmer tires. The gap is 2.6 seconds right now. They both have a penalty of 3 seconds. So if Edge can just push on a little bit and close that gap down to under a second and get DRS, we could have a real battle on our hands.
Yep, and actually Cartman is probably going to have a lot more grip towards the end of the Grand Prix than these guys. They're going to be going, what, like 12, 13 laps on these tires? Cartman's going to be 13 laps on his hards, which is going to be really still gripping. Like, the softs are going to die out here in, like, 7 laps. His hards are only going to get faster, so that's going to be an also interesting battle, as he's going to be closing up to Edge and Landsharky once his tires fire up, as City of Ours still holding out 41.4 for Minico.
Jesus. That's 3 seconds quicker than his first fastest lap.
Minico's within 2 seconds of City of R.
Oh, Ed doesn't even need to pass Landsharky anymore.
Well, no, he doesn't, actually. I don't know where I was going with that well.
Well.
He's still going to be trying to catch up, because Cartman is still there, and he's going to want to get anything between him and Cartman. They're friends, but even friends battle on track, as Minico is very good friends with City of R, as they've had a couple of battles here. Minico's already within 3/10. This is nuts.
Yeah, we're gonna get another on-track battle here for the lead. It's Minico on the outside. Oh, this is just gonna be a slam dunk pass, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
It definitely is.
Wow.
It's on for
All
the
that
Minico.
build up for nothing.
Yeah, literally all of it for nothing, because City of R just pits now, right?
Yeah, I mean there was nothing City of R could have done. He had no tire grip. He's on old tires. He's on. Let me check. He's on 17 lap old hards.
Versus 2 lap old softs. Yeah, there's
Yeah, there was nothing he couldn't have done.
nah.
And there he goes into the pits.
Minico can pit right now, this next lap, and he would still be in front of City of R.
I
Minico
really hope he.
not their fastest lap. Oh my.
I really hope he does pit another time just to make it interesting.
Yeah, he's already like 20 something seconds ahead. The next person that can challenge anyone is City of R on, or Landsharky on City of R. Because it's probably going to be coming out pretty decently close, as his 3-lap undercut, 2-lap undercut has been paying off pretty decently. Looks like 3 laps, yeah.
You might actually get ahead of him.
It does look like it. It's like, wait, what happened to City of
Even
R?
Edge.
City of R had a really slow exit as a stop. Just barely coming out in front of Edge, but Landsharky has gone out in front of City of R. He has a penalty, so after penalties, he's not in front of City of R, but still, they are, Landsharky's ahead. He's gonna have to hold him up here and see what he's gonna be able to do. Push him back.
Yeah, and City of R is gonna have the fresher tires now. He's gonna have the tire advantage.
You wanna know what's crazy?
Landshark.
Minako's in sector 3 right now. Oh my god. That lead is crazy. But what's not crazy is Edge getting closer on his warmer tires, as you were going to mention. He's within a second, so if he can keep within a second and get pulled up to Landshark, he might be on for more than just second.
Not a
third place.
fastest lap for Minako.
I think that's barely
3
fast.
in a row.
Like 2,000.
Yeah, but still 3. Yeah, but still 3 in a row.
Yeah, that's, he's been pushing.
Consistency is on point.
That too. Is his tires going to die by the end of the race? Is the question. No, because it's Minako and he took tires like 20-something laps at Portugal. So I wouldn't be surprised if he can take these stops to the end, even pushing this hard. CDVR's closing up.
Minako might push for another lap or two, but then I think he just settle down and drive out the race.
He's 32 seconds ahead. 32 seconds in a 20-lap race so far. That is over a second. Want to see me do it again? That's funny. He's genuinely doing that.
Oh, and I've been kicked out.
Oh. That's not ideal. Definitely not ideal.
Gotta love EA.
Tell me when you're ready to join back in. I'll send you an invite.
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
Okay, got you. That's not an invite button. I pressed the settings. It's fine. Minako with another fastest lap of 41.189, going 400th faster than his previous lap, and then 200th on that lap before. He's just cooking.
I mean, stop it. They're already dead. You're already 35 seconds in front of them.
Minako is literally doing the chaos. Want to see me do it again?
For real though. Is that Landsharky? No, wait.
Landsharky did a 42.6. His last
I
lap.
don't know why, but that popped up as fastest lap on my screen.
Oh, don't worry. You'll just see Minako pop in another fastest lap. He's already on. He's already on. Cop's corner. He's in Megaton Beckett's. And
Yeah.
Landsharky just
That's
finished
insane.
the first sector. That's
As he's battling City of R, trying to keep him behind.
Yeah, City of R has caught up. He did not take Edge with him, so Edge is not going to be liking that. Cartman is still falling away. Cartman, I think, had a mistake. Must have had a mistake or spun or something. But that is an 11-second gap to his teammate in front. City of R within 3/10 coming into Megaton Beckett's. He's probably going to get this done after Megaton Beckett's, you'd think. He has way newer tires. He's just got more grip right now.
Yeah.
I think Landsharky's tires are right now hitting about the cliff, where he's starting to lose a lot of grip. And City of Arch still has the new tires. He's going to be going around the outside there. Makes the move done. Under braking. Gets it done before the corner.
Are we gonna see a desperate lunge up the inside? No, we're not.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say. City of R is 35 seconds back from Minako.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
He just did a 41.5. It's not like he's going slowly, by the way. 41.5.
Yeah, it's insane.
I think that's what, 4/10 on Minako's fastest lap?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that would have been his fastest lap. City of Ours. Let me check real quick. Yeah, it was his fastest lap. Lane Sharkey has a second slower fastest lap than the front two. That's crazy. The top two are in the league of their own, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Nope. And we're back to the gaps again.
We're back to a stalemate, as Chaos said. That's 4 in a row. Yeah, Minico's crossing the line right now. So, to sum up the season, since we have about 6 more laps, how do you think this F2 tier has gone? It's been a popular tier with the drivers, at least. They've really liked it. How has it been commentating and seeing these cars race?
It's been absolutely amazing, actually. The racing, when it happens, is quite close and quite entertaining to watch because the cars are slower. There's just a little bit more room for error, I guess. That makes so that if a driver goes a little bit more wide than they originally would have planned, the other driver can react to that and still keep it clean. So when there have been battles on track, they've been relatively clean for the most part. And the drivers have been smart as well, like nobody has been getting desperate lunges, as I talked about a little bit earlier. So it's been amazing to watch. It's just a little bit of a shame that Minico has just been driving away with it Max Verstappen style. But other than that, it's been absolutely amazing. And I've loved every second of it, even though I haven't really been able to commentate on every race I would have liked, but we move.
We move, and indeed we move. Minico's about to pass another back marker. It looks like Nikki G. No, Gwenfro. Gwenfro is being lapped on track. Oh, that hurts the soul. He's not even that far from Nikki G. Nikki G's only about 3 seconds in front of Gwenfro.
Oh, Minico almost loses it coming out of the final corner.
Goes around the inside. Gwenfro has nothing to battle him with. He's just faster.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just crazy.
Yeah, we've run out of space to say at this point.
Like, what are we supposed to say? He's 33 seconds and a half in front of the next person. Back to talking about how the season's gone. Guys, I don't know. The championship overall has come down to the last race, because Bobs was still mathematically in it, and unfortunately he wasn't able to get here due to internet problems. But I've also had internet problems, so I can't really blame him. Especially today, we've had a lot of disconnects with EA being a little weird. Honestly,
Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily his internet. Maybe, yeah, maybe it's also his internet. But
yeah,
as you said, EA has been terrible today, and we've had 5 people, including me, getting kicked out of the session for no apparent reason.
yeah, we had Cartman. I want to say Cartman, Homer, Nikki G, City of R, and then you as well.
Me, yeah.
So yeah, that would be 5. Coming back to what you were saying earlier on these guys, on these amazing drivers being clean and pretty respectful. All I've seen so far has been respectful and clean racing. When I was streaming Portugal and commentating, it was one of the best races I've seen so far, honestly. They were just really close, sending not desperate moves, but clean overtakes. That's one thing I love about the F2 cars. They're more even on pace, even though we run equal cars in the league. The grid is a little closer, just because there is, as you said, more margin for error. Slower
Yes,
cars.
As I think we're actually gonna have a battle on track very soon, as Gwenfro has caught up to Nikki G and is now within a second.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be looking for a move down the end of Lewis Hamilton straight. I believe that is gonna be.
Probably.
They make their way towards cops now, and I don't know if Nicky G is struggling with his tires, or no, you must be struggling with his tires because that's not AI pace, that's faster.
Yeah. Well, you also have to remember
Even though
Gwenfro is a little faster. He is, I think, a tier or two ahead. But
that's a fair point. As Nicky G does squeeze him out to the right hand side there.
no point. He got
But-
passed before the braking zone. Just compromising his
It's
line at
nothing-
that point. Oof. Go
Little
sideways.
kick of the back end there. And that might give Nicky G an opportunity to stay close. As
Definitely.
Gwenfro is really fighting the car.
It's on one lap older tires, but I don't think it would make him do that. I guess he's just struggling. As Animal has spun, I think, one more time. He's nearly a lap behind 8th place. He's not having a fun race, but he's just staying in it because it's a fun race. Fun to drive. I guess now that Nicky G has been gapped, we could talk a little bit more about what I was saying. One last thing. The F2 cars are slower, more margin of error, but what I think is the bigger case of what I said being the grid being a little bit more tight is slower cars make for better racing. And
Yeah.
that's undoubtable. Like fast cars, yeah, they make great, really good racing. But slow cars, the pinnacle of great racing. You can have the F3 cars, absolute chaos. F2 cars, absolute chaos. F1 cars, kind of sleepy races. Not gonna lie. They have their moments.
I mean, if you get into the lower tiers, it's still chaos.
Yeah, 100%. Because the grid is a lot closer together than like tier 5, tier 4, and tier 3. They're so tight that it is still chaos. Tier 2, it's still hectic, but it's not. It's a lot closer. They're not making risky dives or anything. If you look at like the real life Formula 4 regionals, whenever Formula Renault was a thing, Formula Renaults were absolutely crazy. They were fast cars with no downforce, and like racing was amazing. Same with like the F4 cars. The F4 cars that are going on in the Europe tour are absolutely full of excitement. Just every lap, there's at least 5 overtakes, just because everyone is so tight between the entire grid. Obviously, you still have like the Max Verstappens and Minicos where you're just 30 seconds ahead of the next person, but that's not as common to see as in the F4 cars.
Yeah, and speaking about slower cars, I think they were talking about adding F3 to the game on the next game cycle as well. So if there's enough population for it, we might even see an F3 tier.
I don't know how
If that
that's
even
gonna
gets
work.
into the game.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if they'll actually add it, and I don't know if it'll actually work, but that'll be a really cool thing to try out. Mineko's actually losing a little bit of time to City of R now. I think he used up too much of his tires at the start, and he's now just trying to keep it on track. Doesn't matter. He's 30 seconds ahead of City. Jesus.
I mean, he could literally park it on the side of the road, take a sip of his drink, drive on again, and still win the race.
Yeah. I think you only lose about 8 seconds, 9 seconds if you spin. So he can technically spin 3 times and still be ahead.
Yeah, just a minute ago, if you're listening, just do a couple of donuts before you cross the line.
Yeah, finish out the season strong. What are your thoughts on
Finish
Steak
off with
F1
style.
team Kick Sauber? Steak F1
I mean,
team Kick Sauber.
Yeah, the name is a meme in itself.
Yeah. Look, man, you gotta have the steak, right? I like the Kick Sauber part of it. I just don't like how many sponsors they're adding onto the title.
Yeah, if they would have just kept it Kick Sauber F1 team, that would have been a banging name.
Yeah, it would have, and it would have gotten them a hell of a lot of popularity because Kick is right now probably top 5 of live streaming services. They're trying to
I'd
steal.
say top 3.
Well, you got YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and um, Kick is there, obviously.
I mean, yeah, you also got TikTok, I guess.
Yeah,
that also
TikTok.
counts.
TikTok
But
would
in
probably be
terms
number one.
yeah, but if we're talking purely gaming, which I think a lot of Kick streamers are now doing,
Yeah, we had to
I
change the
think
position there.
if you talk purely on gaming, it's gonna be Twitch, YouTube, then Kick
Yeah,
right now.
yeah, 100%.
And in terms of Facebook lives, who even watches those?
I know
Apart
some.
from 60-year-olds.
I know some who watch them just because like they were on Mixer for a while and then they switched over to Facebook. Um, Mixer was one of my favorite streaming services. Just I love their layout. Um, I think they were one of the first to introduce the channel point systems. As we actually have Gwenfro passing Animal one more time. While we were talking about the top streaming services, Cartman went into the pits. I think he's going to be going for a fastest lap attempt here. Is he going to be able to get it?
With
We'll
that.
see. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think he's gonna do it. I don't think anyone can match the pace of Minico.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Definitely. He is on lighter fuel, but we'll definitely see. Back to the streaming services. I know some people who still watch Facebook because they were on the Mixer, but I don't know. I haven't watched it in a while, so no. He's on his last lap. I'm pretty sure Cartman still has another one to go since he's ahead of him.
Yeah, Minico is going into the last couple of corners now, so we're gonna see if he does his donuts or not.
Oh, go a little sideways there. Yeah. I'm gonna see it from the off-board camera.
Come on, do the donuts. Come on,
There
do
he
the
is.
donuts.
There he is. There he is. Don't
There
wreck
he
it. Don't
is.
wreck it. Don't wreck it. Came across the line.
Okay,
nearly
I
hitting it.
will admit that was finishing the season in style.
Yeah, 100%. Nice recovery there as we have all the lap cars coming across the line now. Gwenfro, Animal, Nikki G crossing the line. They're going to be finishing one lap down as City of R comes across the line now. Finishing P2, great finish from him, finishing out the year strong. Lane Sharky's going to be a little bit behind, but congratulations to Minico. Insane win, insane finish to the race. Very exciting.
Insane season.
Insane season, yeah. Lane Sharky finishing P3. Edge coming across the line now, P4. He's had a great race. I told you, like,
Yeah.
before the race started, he goes up positions as soon as he starts. He only went up one,
Yeah,
but called it.
he started 6th, right? I thought he started 6th.
I thought so too, but I guess not. The best person to have finished that race was Lane Sharkey, gaining 6 positions. Behind him is going to be Cartman. He had a pit again for fastest lap. He lost out 5th place to Homer. Homer's going to be coming across the line now for 5th position. I don't remember if he has enough penalties, but we're going to be seeing here as Cartman's crossing the line. Is he going to have enough to steal the fastest lap? I don't think so.
Nope.
Cartman finishes 6th position, and that's going to be the end of the F2 season. Lane Sharkey is the driver of the day. Not surprising. Made a great start. Minico, congratulations for the Drivers' Championship, VAR for their Constructors' Championship, and dominant race to finish out the year with. Congrats. Let's go ahead and send them a message, get them in the interview room, and see what we're going to be able to get from them. All right. let's run down this order one more time while we wait for our finishers. It's going to be Miniko finishing in P1 by a 32-second lead. Insanity. Um, that's going to be Amersport Racing, the drivers and constructors champions. City of R in his damn car finishing P2. Land Sharky finishing P3, the reserve, and I got disconnected from the servers. You know what? Great timing. Great timing.
Wait, where did you end up? Which position?
Third.
I'll do the rest then. In P4 we have Edge, P5 Homer, P6 Cartman, P7 Gwenfro, P8 Nikki G, P9 Animal, and P10 Vince, but he didn't finish,
Yep. We only had
so
10
he
people.
won't be
That's
getting any points.
pretty not sad end of the season, but unfortunate.
Are we allowing Edge in for an interview even though he didn't really finish on the podium?
This is my stream. I do what I want. We are allowing it.
All right, Miniko is in the waiting room, so I'm gonna drag him in right now.
No, we do Miniko last because he won the championship.
Okay.
Yeah, we finish
Okay.
off with
Okay.
Miniko. We'll start off with
Okay.
Edge. We'll.
I'm dragging him in.
Where are you? Oh, hey.
Hello, Edge. How you doing?
Good, you?
Doing pretty good. How does it feel to have finished fourth position today?
I don't mind that.
Well,
I keep my P3 in the drivers champion, so I don't mind.
you know, you're not even a full-time driver. Finishing
No,
P3. It's kind of
behind
crazy.
behind the two best drivers.
Yeah, behind Bops and Miniko, who are both tier 1 drivers. As a tier 4 driver, you must be feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah, I mean, City and Landshark, I've been around them the whole time and the whole season. I mean, City VAR's been faster, but
Yeah,
I don't know. The last couple end of the races, I've been faster and getting more points than him. So
100%. Well, I don't know if you saw the gap to Miniko, but it was about
yeah,
30 seconds.
yeah. I
Any
saw that.
any comments on his performance today?
Just dominance. That's all I could say.
Y-
Dominance.
Yeah, that's all we were saying. Like we ran out of words halfway through the race because he was like 20 something seconds ahead, setting
Oh, and yeah.
fastest laps. 40. What was it like? 41-1 at the end of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wasn't even close to that. My best was a 42.5, and that was behind City or that one lap. And as soon as he just disappeared from me, I was in the 44s. I lost all my time.
Yeah, that was crazy. Um,
And softs or hards to softs are the best strat.
Hards to softs.
Look at how much time Cartman lost on me. That second stint.
Well, yeah, because he had to do a lot of tire management there at the end. Take my like and stream. Well done. Looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, looking forward to Sunday too. Chaos. Well, Edge, I'm gonna let you go.
There you go.
You
I
have a
just
great.
I have
Oh,
one more
yeah,
question for
yeah, yeah.
Edge.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
If you had to sum up your season in 3 words, what would those 3 words be?
Fun,
Yeah.
entertaining in a way, with the top two just yelling in the Discord sometimes. Uh, and three, I guess, good season. I mean, that's not one word, but I'm gonna say good season.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Yeah. Well, congrats on your P4 finish, P3 in the drivers.
Thank you.
As a not a full time driver, as a reserve.
Yeah, I win the championship as a reserve champion.
You got to try it next
I
season.
mean, he's technically a podium finisher. He finished on the podium in the season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
technically. Well, since Dutchy had a, I still can't believe that. Dutchy, anything else? Sorry, I cut you
No,
off last
well,
time.
no, that's it for me for the questions for Edge.
Well,
Alrighty.
last race of the season. Congrats, and have a wonderful rest of your 2 days. See you on Sunday.
Yes, sir. I'll see you guys on Sunday.
All right.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
Doesn't look like we have anyone else but Miniko. So
Yeah, I'm gonna have some words with him.
yeah, I'll let you lead that one. Take it away, Tashi. Welcome, Miniko.
Welcome in, welcome in. First things first. You lied to me, Miniko. You lied to me.
How so?
You said you were gonna be doing a last to first if Bob's wasn't here. You didn't.
See, I was expecting Bobs to show up, and then he didn't, and then, to be honest, I just completely forgot. I was hoping I was hoping I invalidated. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, but yeah, no. I wish he showed up. That would have been awesome.
I mean, you could have just invalidated on the last corner.
That's
You could have.
true, but I didn't think of it at the time. Pushing, and also somebody had to get pole. That
Look,
wasn't.
Fair enough,
Whatever.
fair enough.
did you have to get pulled by 5/10 though?
To be honest, that's not as big as a margin as before. That's
No,
the
it's
thing.
not. But like, it's still 5/10, and you were about even at sector 2. You were like a tenth
Yeah.
behind or tenth in front, and then you pulled out 4/10 out of nowhere at the last sector.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how I did that, but yeah, City of R was looking pretty quick, but yeah, at the end of the day, I just had the edge over him, and also he had that disconnection, which didn't help.
All right, can we pause real quick and say how you just said City of R had been looking pretty quick when you were pulling out 34 seconds at one point in the lead, which is in a 29 lap race would have been over a second per lap. You want to explain yourself that dominance level?
Like I said before, City of R did have that disconnection beforehand. He wasn't even he wasn't as far behind me. Then he disconnected and lost around about 10 seconds. Then he stayed out a
Yeah, that's
lot
fair.
longer than before. Whereas I pitted on my normal lap, and while I passed him,
Yeah, you literally passed him on track.
basically saying that I have a pit stop over him. So
I
there was that.
when you
But
passed
yeah,
them, I was like, you should go in the pits in front of like what I was thinking in my head is you should just follow him into the pits and just pit
Yeah.
again to have an on track battle for the last laps. Uh
I'm not gonna lie, I was very tempted, but my head was too in the zone of just like doing such consistent laps. I didn't even. I
Yeah,
didn't do it.
you set 4 fastest laps in a row at one point.
and
Yeah,
all of them were like
the
2/10 of each
tires.
other.
Yeah, I mean the tires when I was doing those fastest laps, they were just getting warmer and warmer. They weren't quite at optimal temperature, which was exactly why I kept just finding more and more and more time. And also, there isn't really a drop off with these cars, not as significant as F1. So that definitely has a thing or two about that. I would have said only one fastest lap if it were F1, but it's not. So
Yeah,
yeah,
the tires warming up definitely showed. I think you did like a 31.4 and then did a 31.2 2, then a no 31.24, 31.22, and then you did your final 31 not 31 forty
Uh,
one. Sorry,
uh,
1.8.
I was about to say it's like you mean to tell me I'm doing 31s in an F2 car? What?
Nah, nah, nah. I'm not saying you're
Are you
that
sure I'm not?
fast. There you go.
Are we sure I'm not in a super formula car?
Yeah, you're probably just skipping like one of the turns. You're skipping village, just getting that corner cut. Um,
God damn, he figured me out. All right, I'll go disqualify myself. I'll see you
disqualified.
guys.
Out of here.
No,
Nah. Um,
no,
Okay.
that's not the case.
But if we're looking over the whole season, what do you think you've done differently in terms of the other drivers that set you apart so high in the driver standings and on top of the field?
I think a part of it has to come down to just having the setup knowledge, because the setup is completely different to what you expect when it comes to F2 cars. Obviously, part of that DRS isn't as powerful, so obviously you can run more straight line. On top of that, you can run much higher pressures, and you can run lower brake bias. So it was a combination of things that like I was able to figure out on the dot. Some people were a lot of people in certain races, their tires were very cold during the
yeah.
entire race. That's because they didn't up the pressures. If they up the pressures, then they would have much faster pace and had optimal tires. I knew that, so that's probably the biggest reason why I had such an advantage over everybody.
Yeah, well, your advantage is nuts. Dominant performance at the last race, wrapping up the drivers' championship. You already wrapped up the constructors a while ago, but that's still something you
Yeah.
wrapped up here at the final race of the season. Final thoughts before we go ahead and end off the season on a bang.
Let's hope to see more of it next season. I'd love to see more drivers join F2. It is very fun to drive. These cars are very fun to drive. So I would love to see some more participation. And yeah, just hope this comes around for another season and hope to have some more fun in it.
Yeah, I also, by the way, great way of finishing out the season. You really finished it off in style with that slide. That was great to watch.
I was sliding throughout the entire last lap. Like I was purposely sliding, just like drifting for majority of that last lap through slow speed corners. Like I was having fun with it.
I think you only lost like a second and a half doing that too, which is
Yeah.
kind of nuts.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just insanity. You're too fast. Hopefully we'll see a two-time F2 champion. Even though that's impossible in the real world. That would be pretty fun to see. Good luck in next year. Wait. I mean, we could make that a rule where if you win F2 you can't come back, but then it wouldn't be fun. just to kill your momentum.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna deny him that. I don't think we're gonna
Nah.
deny him there.
I doubt we'll ever do that. But yeah, again, congratulations. Great season from you and Bobs at the Vans team. Again, wonderful race, dominant performances ever. Congratulations and thank you for making our lives amazing to watch you run in any car. Just,
Thank you very much, and enjoy the comms as always.
thank you. See ya. All right. Well, after a bunch of rambling with a minute go later, what?
I mean, it's always so interesting to hear from the winning driver what he's done differently,
Yeah.
and to basically gain an insight of how the car basically works. It's always interesting to hear to me.
It's always interesting to hear because now I'm gonna look it up. I did not know that you could run really high pressures on F2 cars, and now I'm gonna look that up because I may be wanting to get into F2, and if you're wanting to get into F2, remember the Discord is in the description. Join it. You can always sign up for the F2 realistic or our main tier. But that's going to be the final race and the final stream of the year for F2. Any final words, Zachi?
Well, for the people that are looking to get into F2 next season, of course, the Discord link is in the description. But you've now also got some very helpful tips from our champion. And given how far he has been ahead this season, you definitely knows what he's talking about. It's been a great season, a really fun season. I really enjoyed commentating on it, and it's been just an absolute blast to watch. And I'm looking to get racing in it next season as well. So I'll be definitely making a memory note of those tips. And yeah, I'll see you guys next season, hopefully in the car.
Well, that's perfectly what I would have said. That's gonna be the end for us. If you haven't already, like the video. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Ciao.